You wake up one morning. You look at your hand. Your hand is swollen. You notice a small cut. The cut happened 2 days ago. You ignored it at the time. The skin around the cut is red. The wound feels warm. A red line is creeping up your arm. That line wasn't there yesterday. You become worried. In 2025, you get in your car. You drive to urgent care. A doctor examines your hand. The examination takes less than a minute. The doctor prescribes antibiotics. You begin treatment. A few days pass. The swelling starts disappearing. The redness fades away. By the end of the week, you are completely fine. You almost forget the injury happened. Now imagine the exact same injury in 10,000 BC. There are no doctors nearby. There are no antibiotics. The infection continues spreading. The redness grows worse. The swelling increases. Days pass without improvement. The infection slowly moves through your body. Your condition becomes more serious. The infection faces no medical resistance. What would be a minor problem today becomes life-threatening. The death is not dramatic. It is not sudden. It is slow. It is inevitable. The infection keeps advancing. Ancient people do not know what is causing it. They cannot see bacteria. They do not understand infection. They do not know why wounds become dangerous. You stare at your worsening arm. Members of your tribe gather around. They discuss possible treatments. They use whatever knowledge they have learned. Surprisingly, ancient humans learned many useful things. Some treatments were remarkably effective. Many discoveries happened by accident. People experimented through trial and error. Generations passed down successful treatments. Useful remedies survived. The reasoning behind them was often wrong. The results were sometimes correct. Other treatments were complete nonsense. Healers delivered them confidently. Entire communities believed in them. The treatments achieved nothing, yet people continued using them. Ancient humans could not tell the difference. Effective medicine and useless medicine looked the same. Every infection became a gamble. A wound could heal, or it could kill. To understand this problem, we need to understand infection. Modern people underestimate how dangerous prehistoric life was. Prehistoric humans faced injuries constantly. Every day created opportunities for infection. A cut opens the skin. Bacteria enter the body. Fungi can also enter. Other microorganisms invade the wound. They begin multiplying inside tissue. The immune system detects the threat. The body launches a defense. A microscopic battle begins. The area becomes inflamed. Heat develops around the wound. Swelling appears. Pain increases. If the immune system wins, recovery begins. The wound heals. The infection disappears. If the immune system loses, the infection spreads. Bacteria enter the bloodstream. The situation becomes far more dangerous. Ancient humans suffered cuts all the time. Hunters carried sharp weapons. Hunters moved through thorny terrain. Animal claws caused injuries. Animal teeth caused injuries. Falls on rocks caused injuries. Gatherers reached into bushes. Hidden creatures bit them. Sharp branches scratched them. Shelter building caused cuts. Tool making caused cuts. Food preparation caused cuts. Their hands constantly touched dirty materials. Those materials were covered with bacteria. Injured hands touched open wounds. There was no soap. Clean water was unreliable. Nobody understood contamination. Dirty hands became the normal treatment for wounds. The real miracle is survival. Ancient humans got infections frequently, yet many still survived. So what did they do? Their first response was simple. They applied pressure to the wound. The goal was stopping blood loss. This instinct is universal. Humans naturally press on bleeding injuries. Once the bleeding stopped, things became interesting. Ancient people rarely left wounds alone. Instead, they applied substances to them. Their choices created one of history's most fascinating medical stories. Let's begin with honey. Ancient Egyptians used honey on wounds. Ancient Greeks used honey on wounds. Ancient Chinese healers used honey. Ancient Indian healers used honey. These cultures were separated by vast distances. They had little or no contact, yet all of them chose honey. This was not a coincidence. It was a pattern. Repeated patterns often mean something worked. Honey is naturally antimicrobial. Its high sugar content removes water from bacteria. Bacterial cells become dehydrated. Honey produces small amounts of hydrogen peroxide. Honey is highly acidic. Many bacteria struggle to survive in it. Modern scientists tested honey. Clinical trials confirmed its effectiveness. Honey kills common wound bacteria. It works against Staphylococcus aureus. Some antibiotic-resistant strains are also affected. Ancient Egyptians knew none of this. They had never seen bacteria. They did not understand chemistry. They did not know about hydrogen peroxide. They simply observed wounds. Honey-treated wounds often healed better. Wounds without honey healed worse. The observation was correct. The explanation was missing. Ancient healers continued using honey. The practice spread through generations. The treatment survived because it worked. Ancient Egyptian medical knowledge was carefully recorded. One important document was the Edwin Smith Papyrus. The text dates to around 1600 BC. Some of its knowledge may be much older. The papyrus describes wound treatment. Honey appears as a recommended treatment. Specific quantities are recorded. Treatments are described systematically. This was organized medicine. Ancient Egyptians took wound care seriously. They were practicing medicine thousands of years before modern science understood why it worked. Yet honey was not the most surprising treatment. An even stranger remedy existed. That remedy was mold. Ancient Egyptian healers used moldy bread. Mold was placed directly onto wounds. The practice sounds dangerous. Rotting bread seems like a terrible medical treatment. Most people would expect it to worsen infections. Yet the practice kept appearing. Ancient Chinese healers used moldy soybean curd. They applied it to infected wounds. This happened around 3,000 years ago. In Central Asia, healers used moldy barley paste. Aboriginal healers in Australia collected mold from eucalyptus trees. The mold was applied to injuries. Different cultures kept discovering similar treatments. Fast forward to 1928. A British scientist named Alexander Fleming returns from vacation. He enters his laboratory. He examines one of his petri dishes. Mold has contaminated the dish. A ring around the mold is free of bacteria. Fleming notices something unusual. The mold is killing bacteria. He investigates further. He isolates the active substance. He names it penicillin. The discovery changes medicine forever. Ancient Egyptians had unknowingly used a similar principle. They did it thousands of years earlier. They did not know what penicillin was. They did not know how mold worked. They only observed results. Wounds sometimes improved after mold treatment. Their observations were correct. Their scientific explanation was absent. Ancient healers never saw a single bacterium. They never read a single study. They simply paid attention. They tested. They watched. They remembered what worked. Across thousands of years, across cultures that never met, the same answers kept appearing. Honey, mold, patience, observation. This was science before science had a name. The next time you reach for an antibiotic, remember this. Someone, somewhere, thousands of years ago, found the same cure. They just didn't know why it worked. Now we do.